The 2024 NFL first round of the draft is officially over. This is the next day, and I was able to get some time to think about what the Atlanta Falcons did last night. And I made a video last night about how I felt. And like a lot of you, I was not only shocked, I was kind of disappointed. I was tired. I was exhausted because it just seemed like the Atlanta Falcons, I don't know what they were doing. And as I look back at it today, I am trying to see the positive side. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about the positive side and why I think the Atlanta Falcons made the move. Now, Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris got on a press conference yesterday right after. I think it was to not only allow Falcons fans to be more sure of what they were doing, but to just help the Falcons fans understand why they made that pick. And basically in the video, they come on and they talk about this Packers initiation, this thing where they basically are following behind the Packers, basically drafting a quarterback when you have a good quarterback. So when it's time for that initial starting quarterback to move on, you have an heir apparent really quick and you kind of hit the ground running. And to that, I can kind of understand where they're coming from. It seems just very, very crazy. Now, here's where something that I didn't know will happen that actually that shored up a lot of things for me last night. So I thought Michael Penix was a good quarterback, and I thought the Falcons, if they can get them in the late first round, early second, I thought that would have been a phenomenal pick. After watching the draft last night, I knew that wasn't going to happen because you talk about guys like J.J. McCarthy going 10 and then Bo Nix going 12. If the Atlanta Falcons had not drafted Michael Penix at 8, he probably would have been gone at 9 or 10, to be completely honest. And so from that point of perspective, I understand that they were going to get their guy, and if not, they weren't going to be able to get him. Now, as we continue to look forward, I think they're just going with the idea if we were a top 10 defense last year, let's retain pretty much everyone from what we had on the team last year, and we're going to add some young talent in the second and third round, which I think they can. I think they will hopefully be aggressive in the second and third round. If they find a guy, they'll either trade up or they'll find out a way to trade to get additional picks to just build out this roster. So I think long-term it could be a good solution to draft Michael Penix. It was very, very shocking. And if you asked me last night, I thought this was probably one of the worst trades or worst picks in the history of Atlanta Falcons history. But as we look at today, I just want to level set and say I think it's not too terrible, and it could work out in the long run. Now, the big key to this working out is the Atlanta Falcons have to be good next year. They talk about they will never be in a position going forward where they're able to draft a good enough quarterback to be the heir apparent to Kirk Cousins. Well, this all determines, and this whole move is pivotal on the fact that they are good next year. They are making the playoffs. So even more, you got to think the Atlanta Falcons must make the playoffs this year for this pick to even look somewhat decent. And if not, I'm telling you, there's going to be some guys who's going to really, really, really evaluate Terry Fontenot and his ability to draft, especially after this shocking pick. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. If you want to see more videos like this, like my initial reaction to last night's pick and Michael Penix, check this one out right here. And like always, peace.